So the Azzi Fudd discourse is hilarious. It is hilarious because I'm going to be real here. Azzi Fudd can play basketball, but that's like where it ends. No, that's a crazy statement to make. But like, no, she's all right. She's all right. Like, I have no question about it that Azzi Fudd's going to have a long WNBA career. How great of a career that's going to be, now I don't know. But it's going to be a long career. She could be an all-star. She probably won't make an all-WNBA team. But you just never know. However, there is this really weird, like, thing that's going on right now where they're basically saying that the Dallas Wings are wrong to be benching her and, you know, it's going to kill her confidence. But I'm like, in my opinion, surely benching players that deserve to be starting would kill their confidence. And I understand, okay, yeah, maybe you don't want to, like when it comes down to it, the Odyssey Sims might be okay coming off the bench, but if you don't know anything about Odyssey Sims, for her career, Odyssey Sims has been completely garbage as a bench player. For her entire career, she has been very good as a starter everywhere she's been. She has been completely garbage as a bench player. There's a reason why she's been in and out of the league. She has been garbage coming off the bench. Odyssey Sims is a starter. And there's plenty of guys like that in the NBA, like Carmelo Anthony. Carmelo Anthony was out of the league within 2 months of being benched. Like, that type of thing happens. But we've now got a situation where, if you look at Azzi Fudd, let's take a listen to what Chiney Ogwumike has said right here. And by the way, I find this hilarious. So I quote tweeted this, being like, even if Odyssey was to come off the bench, why would Azzi start with Seagrass and James? And I got blocked. I find that hilarious. So it's like, this is just a hilarious thing. Making a basketball point, blocked. Anyway, let's take a listen. But to be fair, actually, this is a freaking Paige stan page. So it is what it is. You can't expect a Paige stan page to know the first thing about basketball.
Azzi Fudd not starting as the number one pick. This is something. This truly is something. Now, I don't want to knock Odyssey Sims. She was my classmate, class of 2014.
And I'm going to be real here. Even if Odyssey Sims wasn't starting, what reason is there for Azzi Fudd to be starting over Isaiah James? And if you want to say you use the number one overall pick on her in a bad draft, it's like saying that the Cleveland Cavaliers should have started Anthony Bennett because he was the number one overall pick because they used the number one overall pick on him. No, it was a complete shit draft class. This 2026 draft class was very not great in the high-end talent. And when I mean this, fully healthy, Olivia Miles is the only top 5. Who's the 6th pick in the draft? I'm blanking on who was 6. Was it Mystics? No, Mystics was 6 the year before. Who the fuck I picked number 6? Oh, Tempo. Like, Olivia Miles is going to be the only top 6 pick in this draft as a starter. And then suddenly Cass Prosper and Rory Harmon might be starters. And Flaw J is a starter. Like, it is a... it's one of these things where it's like... It is the... it's the way the draft class is. And Isaiah James is younger than Azzi Fudd. They're very close in age. But she is younger. So you might be saying, oh, but you know, they use draft capital on her. Yeah, they used the first round pick on Isaiah James the year before. And Isaiah James is better than her. They used a 3rd pick on Maddie Siegrist and did not start Maddie Siegrist at all, by the way. With a full team, Maddie Siegrist has not had a season as a starter. They used her as a 3rd pick. They used a 3rd pick on Maddie Siegrist, who is better than Azzi Fudd. So, I'm sorry, it's like, could you imagine him saying, oh, you know, because Maddie Siegrist didn't start as a rookie, because the Dallas Wings were really good that year. Because she didn't start as a rookie, therefore they didn't show confidence in Maddie Siegrist. No, that's not how it works. You earn your starting spot. And if we're being real, Azzi Fudd should not have been taken number 1.
Number 2 pick in the WNBA. She has been a bucket ever since high school. We're Texas girls. And sometimes you kind of want to start the year with wins, with people that know what the WNBA is going to be like, what the competitive nature is going to be, someone that understands what it's like to guard a Kelsey Mitchell or a Caitlin Clark, right? Like, so I can understand the rationale of like putting people that understand what that moment is, but you have the number one pick and it's back-to-back number one picks.
Yeah, they used the number one overall pick on the 5th best player in the draft. Like, it is what it is.
And the last thing that you want is for someone to not feel fully confident in belonging. Azzi is the best shooter that we've seen in a long time. She's a pure shooter. And she's someone that is also, I said, a perfectionist. On the show before, you don't want to like create this loss of confidence for your number one pick because she's getting limited minutes. 17 minutes. She only shot the ball twice. That to me should never happen, especially when you're a number one pick. You should have the opportunity to be able to sort of control your own destiny.
But that's all Azzi Fudd is. Azzi Fudd couldn't get a shot off in the Final Fours. She can't create her own shot. She is a stand-in-the-corner shooter. That's what Azzi Fudd is. That's what she has been. That's what she will be. That is what Azzi Fudd is. Azzi Fudd stands in the corner and shoots threes. That is what she does. It is nothing. She doesn't do anything more than that. She doesn't do anything less than that. She is a stand in the corner, spot up 3-point shooter, and it is what it is. That is her game. At the WNBA level, she doesn't defend very well. She can't dribble the ball left. She can't dribble the ball right. She can maybe shoot one pull-up, maybe one dribble pull-up, and I'm going to be real. That's the extent of her. The extent of her, off the dribble is one dribble going to the right, pull up. She's not quick enough to guard WNBA guards, as we've seen by Caitlin Clark burning her every time to the basket that she's tried to guard her. Azzi Fudd's going to be a player, but you might be saying, oh, but like you're going to knock her confidence. Who has the higher upside, Azzi Fudd or Zaza James? It's Zaza James by a long shot. Zaza James does everything other than spot up threes better than Azzi Fudd, albeit Azzi Fudd does one thing at an all-world level. Spot up threes. Absolutely. Spot up threes. She does that at an all-world level. She does nothing else. Like, she's Carly Samuelson with PR. And that's grand. That is completely fine. But at the same time, like, she needs to overtake Maddie Siegrist and Zaza James. She realistically needs to overtake Siegrist and Zaza if she wants to get a starting spot. And there is a world where Azzi Fudd starts for the Dallas Wings. But like, Paige is better with a point guard beside her. She just is. As an individual. Paige is better with a point guard beside her. It's where she gets most of her looks. She can facilitate, but Paige can't really do both. Paige either goes into scoring mode or passing mode. There's no real scenario where Paige does both. And Odyssey Sims, the one, gives the Dallas Wings a better chance right now. Azzi Fudd's going to get her looks. An unpopular opinion, giving Azzi Fudd 18 minutes in that game when she probably shouldn't have played 18 minutes was trying to give her confidence. Because I'm sorry, if Azzi Fudd if she went into 2025 WNBA draft and she went the 8th that she was expected to be, she was expected to go 8th. In and around 8th. She was never going to go top 6. She was never going to top 6, was never going to go 7 over Morrow at the time. So let's just say she goes 8th to Connecticut. She would have been one of those two Connecticut picks. And Connecticut decided, fuck it, we're not going to start her. Or Connecticut, it turned out Connecticut were running it back and they had some players and I don't know. But they weren't going to start her. And no one would be saying that she should be getting minutes because our Connecticut are killing her confidence. It's just that she was overdrafted at number 1. And I think we're realizing now she was overdrafted. I don't think Azzi Fudd's bad. She went to a win now. She was overdrafted on a win now team where she is the 9th best player. It is what it is.